Yeah. All right. Shalom Israel. All right. This is Priest and Prophet Shiraj coming out of ISUPK Rochester. All right. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabrakatah to the brothers. Yahweh Shemar Alatah Hashem Yahweh Shah to the sisters. All right. This is Priest and Prophet Shiraj coming out of Rochester, New York at ISUPK. All right, starting out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. All right. Since 1969, we've been going out and teaching the truth about the Bible and about teaching that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true children of Israel. All right, that the Bible speaks of. Okay, so today that's what we're going over. All right, we're gonna prove who are the true children of Israel. All right, because even in this day and age with everything that's going on, there's still a lot of what's the word, dissents and disagreements and stuff like that on who are the true children of Israel and who the Most High came for. All right, so we're gonna get into it. All right, this is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 27 verse 1. All right, and Moses with the elders of Israel. All right, Moses, he spoke with the elders of Israel. All right, commanding the people, saying, keep all the commandments. All right, it's not saying keep a couple, keep some, half, a quarter of, keep all of them. All right, all the commandments. All right, there's over 600 laws in the Bible. All right, which I command thee, which I command you this day. All right, so basically Moses, he spoke with the elders of Israel. All right, he told them to go out and tell the other children of Israel at the time to keep all the commandments. All right, not just some, not a few of them, stuff like that. He said keep all of them. All right. Let's keep it going to Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1. All right, and it shall come to pass. All right, it shall come to pass. That's a prophecy. All right, it's saying it will happen, something that's going to happen. All right, this was in the past, and Moses said that this is going to happen. All right, and it shall come to pass if thou shalt hearken diligently under Salakia, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God. All right, hearken means to listen. Okay, so if you will listen, if you will hearken diligently, all right, listen hard, listen good. All right, listen and do. All right, hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments. All right, there it is again, to do all the commandments. All right, a lot of people a lot of these Old Testament, New Testament Israelites believing in one or the other, where it clearly says all. All right, to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high. All right, so if we do keep the laws and the statutes and commandments, then we'll be put on high as a nation. All right, as a people, we'd be put on high. All right, we'd be the top. We'd be the ones ruling rather than serving. All right. That I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations. All right, we'll be on high above all nations. We'll be ruling of the earth. All right, verse 2, and all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee. All right, so we was gonna get blessings. All right, we're gonna get blessings if we keep the laws of the Most High. We get blessings. All right. Yeah, we'll be ruling. We wouldn't have to be in the state we are, being treated the way we are as a people. We wouldn't have to go through, the things we're going through, if we would have hearkened diligently unto the Most High God. All right, but our ancestors, they decided not to. Okay, and here we are. All right, but let's keep it going. All right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 12. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. All right, but it shall come to pass. There you go. This is another prophecy. All right, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. All right. So there it goes. All right. So we got, if we do keep the commandments, then we get blessings. All right. We'll be treated, we'll get our blessings. We'll be put on high. We'll get all the, we'll be able to what is it, live off the fat of the earth. All right. But then also if you drop down to verse 15, it says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken diligently unto the Most High God. All right. So if we don't listen to the commandments and the statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee. All right. Verse 16, cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. All right. Right now, think about it. All right. All these cops going out killing us. All right. All the riots, all the things that's going on, brothers killing brothers, the cops killing us, other nations killing us, sister tries to go and get her nails done, she ends up getting beat up by the whole damn store for some reason. I don't know. Cops see a brother in the wrong neighborhood at the wrong time, they decide to shoot him for no reason, things of that nature. All right, those are curses. Those are curses that we were put under because we don't want to listen to the Most High God. We don't want to follow His statutes and commandments. Okay, um, and that goes both ways, in the city and in the field. All right, curse in the field. We were out there picking the cotton from sun up to sundown. All right, we were the ones that got whooped. We were the ones that the scene in Django when I guess little Jody stole some eggs. I don't even know if she stole the eggs or what, but I guess she broke some eggs. So they went to whoop her. They went to whoop her all because she dropped some eggs. She broke some eggs by mistake. So things like that. Those are the curses that we had to go through. All right. Having the what's it called, the mask, not the mask, but the it's a mask, but it's like so they like a muzzle, the muzzle. They used to put muzzles on us, chains around our necks, whoop us, um slave masters rape our women, in front of us, stuff like that, stuff of that nature. All right, that's those are the curses that our people as a nation had to go through. All right, and to an extent, we still go through to this day. There are still cases of um um slavery. The jail system, for instance, the jail system is that's slavery. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. After the Civil War, I can't what was it, 1860, 1865, 60, I think somewhere 1800s, whatever. Slack but around that time when after slavery was over and stuff like that, they decided to come up with a another way of pretty much just slavery, and that's basically the prison system. All right, brothers was free, but they weren't free. So it's like if any white woman wanted to point her finger at at a brother and say he raped her, he was going to jail, because that's money. All right, that's money. We can have this person go out here and pick tobacco, pick cotton, whatever the case may be. All right, the chain gang, digging ditches, all type of stuff. All right, that's a form of slavery because brothers ain't getting paid. All right, a lot of them brothers, even to this day, a lot of brothers they're in jail for no reason. All right, but it's a big business. Jail is a big business. All right, just like slavery was a big business. All right, so yeah, that those are some of the curses that us as a people, as a nation, are being how would I put it? These are some of the curses that are being unleashed on us as a nation. Okay. Let me see. Curse shall be thy basket and thy store. All right. All of our big time, Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. all right, that got bombed. All right, it was thriving. Um, this was some time after, maybe during. I'm not 100% sure. It was the early 1900s though, and this was Black Wall Street was basically a place where business was thriving. It was a mostly black town. All right. There was schools, there was hospitals, there was businesses. Everybody was, they lived good. All right. They had money, that they can get by. All right. It was mostly black owned. And the Edomites and devils, they found out, and they bombed them. All right. They got in airplanes and they dropped bombs from the airplanes on Tulsa, Oklahoma. All right. That was, if I'm not mistaken, that's the first recorded airstrike on U.S. soil in history. That was the first. It was the first airstrike on U.S. soil. Yeah, I said that right. Salakia. All right, but yeah. And then there's other places. There's Seneca Village. That was in Central Park, New York. All right, that was a place right where Central Park. It's in Central Park. Matter of fact, Central Park is right now. That used to be an all black owned town. It was a black owned, neighborhood. Can't say it was really a town, but it was more of a neighborhood, and it was thriving. Black people, they were good. They didn't bother nobody. But these damn devils decided, you know what, we want to make a playground. Let's make a playground or a big ass park so we can have people so we can enjoy ourselves. So they destroyed the park, and Central Park. That's still to this day. There's all types. There's one Oscarville, Georgia. That's another town, black owned town. All right, it was a thriving black town. White people wasn't feeling it. The damn Edomites wasn't feeling it. So they basically they destroyed the town and filled it up with water. It's a lake now. All right, still to this day. Still to this day, Lake Lanier in Oscarville, Georgia. Lake Lanier is a black owned town. It was a black owned town, and they pretty much drowned it. All right. Still to this day, you can go and scuba dive and you'll find, streets, houses, and stuff like that. All right. But there's plenty of places that, a lot of places that, black owned were thriving. We were well off, we were good, but Esau, they didn't like that, so they decided to destroy it. All right. That's cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. All right. Our businesses wouldn't thrive, stuff like that. Let me see. Let me drop down to verse 20. Another curse. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do. All right. Every time brother try to get out the hood or do something positive with his life, get shuts down. All right. He's even from his own people. That's a big problem in our community today. Is we don't uplift each other. All right, we don't help each other out. We don't support each other, stuff like that. So that's how we end up in a lot of situations we get into. But yeah, cursing, vexation, and rebuke, and all that thou settest thine to do. All right, everything we want to do, we're gonna be vexed. We're cursing, stuff like that. All right, verse 21: The Lord shall make thee pestilence cleave unto thee. Pestilence is sickness, disease. All right. In a lot of cases, so-called African Americans, Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, they all got like the highest rate of a lot of this high blood pressure, heart disease, lung disease, diabetes, AIDS, damn near all type of stuff. All right, we're the leading as far as Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. We're the leading ones in a lot of the sicknesses and disease that we have. Right. I'm not saying that only so-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans are the ones getting sick, but the majority, all right, are the ones getting hurt, sick, killed, stuff like that. All right. Cleave unto thee until he have consumed thee from off the land, whither thou goest to possess it. All right. Verse 22: The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption, and with a fever, and with an inflammation. All right, and with an extreme burning. Okay, this right here, this is sexually transmitted diseases right here. All right, with an inflammation, extreme burning, or with a fever. You know, those are symptoms of sexually transmitted diseases. If you haven't known, if you know, brothers out there don't know, these are curses that were put on us. All right, brothers want to go out there and have sex with every woman they could. Women want to go out there and have sex with every man they could, unprotected. Boom. Now you feel me. Now you got extreme burning and a fever, and you know these are curses from the Most High because we're not following His laws. All right, because the Bible says that once you lay down with a woman, or once a woman lays down with a man, that's her husband, or that is his wife. All right, that is his wife. There is no ifs, ands, and buts about it. You can't just go around having sex with whoever you want. Okay. Um, let me see. Let me see. And with the sword, all right, with the sword is just brothers killing, black on black violence, or just us killing each other, black on Hispanic violence, whatever the case may be. But that's with the sword, all right, whether it's us killing each other or whether it's the other nations killing us, all right, that's with the sword, all right. The other nations, they conquered us with the sword, all right. um and with mildew, all right, mildew that goes into the extreme inflammation and the burning. Those are this that's sexually transmitted disease. That's pretty much no way to get around that. All right. Um. All right. Let me keep on going. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, yeah, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people. All right. That's slavery right there. All right. Were we not put on auction blocks, separated from our families, and sent to other plantations, never to see our families again? Countless times. All right. Countless times throughout slavery. All right. There was the slave masters would purposely have the slaves breed just so they can have, like a what is the word? I guess you could say strong stock. They'll take a strong man and a healthy woman, put them together, make them have a baby. Automatically, that baby's gonna come out healthy and more likely strong. So that's stock. That they were breeding. That's what they was doing. All right. Shall be given unto another people. All right. Who is the other people? Our enemies. All right. Um. And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. All right. And there shall be no might in thine hand. All right. There was no might in our hand. Okay. I mean, you brothers would fight. You could fight, but you were gonna die. And your wife and your daughter was still gonna get sold. So it was kind of a lose-lose situation. All right. I mean, a lot of brothers, I would think, held on to the hope of finding their families in the future, but pretty much when their families were separated, that was it. So it was, and there's no might in our hand. We can't go out and fight, we can't go out and do what we really want to do because we might get killed, and then our family's still gonna get sold. So it's a lose-lose. All right. um Let me see. Let me drop down to 48. All right. 48. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in death and thirst. All right. We'll serve our enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst. All right. I mean, think about it. We have to go to our enemies to eat. You hungry? You want to go to you want McDonald's? You got to, we don't own McDonald's. We don't own Subway. We don't own Jack in the Box. We don't own Hardee's or whatever restaurant, whatever business the case may be. We don't own that. Okay. We have to go to our enemies for it. All right. You want clothes on your back, you got to go to your enemy. Right? You want water, you got to go to your enemy. All right. You try to go down to a a lake or something like that, and they find out you going to jail because it's illegal. They made it illegal to collect water because you ain't got you ain't paying the government, these devils they taxes, then that's it. If you ain't paying the devil these taxes, then that's it. That's all. But hunger and in thirst and in nakedness. All right. If you're hungry, if you're thirsty, if you need clothes on your back, you got to go to your enemy. All right. And in want of all things. All right. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. All right. From slavery till even now. All right. If you think about it. All right. Brothers, they spend a whole paycheck on a gold chain and stuff like that. All right. So we're destroyed. All right, but even in the slavery days, they put the yoke of iron, the chains, the all type of stuff, the muzzle, all that crazy stuff. All right, that's stuff that they actually. This is stuff that our oppressors, our enemies actually did to us. Okay, until he have destroyed thee. Okay, until we destroy. And right now, brothers don't know not a lick of anything. They don't know who they are, where they come from. They can barely tell you their name because they so damn high, but yet they got a big ass chain. Like they destroyed, like destroyed. All right. Verse 49: The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, from far from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. All right. A nation, oh, it's like it. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far. All right. As swift as the eagle flieth. Okay. I mean, when you look at your dollar bill, what do you see? You see an eagle, right? You look on your little quarters, it's an eagle, all right? Like the symbol of America is an eagle, all right? Not just America, but a lot of these Edomite nations. The Romans, they had the eagle. The Greeks used the eagle. Uh, who else? America, Spain, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I think Spain uses an eagle. Um, who else? A lot of nations, all right? A lot of these nations that had something to do with us going into slavery or had us in slavery, they used an eagle as their not national bird, but it's just like a bird that's very well regarded, all right? It's a very renowned bird. I think that, yeah, a very renowned bird. All right. Um, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. All right. We didn't understand. That's how we didn't understand the language they spoke when they put us in slavery. We didn't understand what they were speaking. We thought I can't even tell you what we thought. It was just very we didn't understand the language. We didn't understand what they were doing. By that time, it was pretty much too late. All right, we were on the ships on our way over here. All right. Verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. All right. Won't regard the person of the old or the young. All right. They don't care who you are. They don't care if you're a baby. They don't care if you're an old man. All right. We're just how would I put it? They don't care. All right. They're going to kill us. All right. If they want to, they'll kill us. That's it. They don't care. Tamir Rice was 13 years old with a plastic gun. They shot and killed him for no reason. All right. And there's countless other brothers. What about George Floyd, Daniel Prue? All right. Older brothers. You feel me? Older people that the cops didn't care. All right. Alton Sterling. Shoot, you name it. There's so many out there. George Floyd, like all I said, you know what I mean. All right. A lot of, they don't care if you're old or young. They don't care. All right. Let me see. 51, verse 51, and he shall eat the fruit, and he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kind or flocks of thy sheep until he have destroyed thee. Basically, he's not stopping until we're destroyed. He's taking everything, right? He's taking crops, land, whatever, money. He'll take your house if you don't pay the bills. He'll take the lights off if you don't pay. He's not gonna give you food for free if you ain't got the money for it. Um, all types of stuff like this. This is, until we're destroyed. All right, completely not. We're completely out. We're just out. That's it. It's pretty much we got to fend on our own, but um, we got to come together. That's what I want to say. We got to come together. All right. Let's keep it going. All right. 28 verse 64. All right. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. All right. So let's start from we will be scattered among all people from one end of the earth unto the other. All right. I mean, you think about it, you can pretty much go to any country and find a black person. All right. Like brothers from the Vietnam War or something like that. They probably don't went and had sex out there, got a woman pregnant, came back to the States. Like there's you can find a black, Hispanic, Native American. You can find us pretty much everywhere. All right. Um, yeah, pretty much everywhere. We're scattered amongst all people from one end of the earth to the other. All right. You can find us in Australia. I don't know how the hell we get there, but you can find us there. Everywhere. All right. Um, let me see. Where am I? Shalaki, give me a second. I gotta find it. Okay. Among all people from the one end of the earth, even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. There it goes. Wood and stone. All right. A lot of brothers they want to be Muslim. They want to worship that rock. All right. They want to go around that rock, that big old black rock out in Mecca. They want to circle it and kiss all over a damn rock that millions of other dudes had their hands on, had their mouths on. They don't. I know they don't clean the damn rock. I know they don't clean that damn rock. So I don't know why brothers wanna, same with Christianity. All right. Brothers they want to worship that cross, but then they will still want to go out and sell drugs. All right. Brothers want to worship the cross, but they still want to go out and try to shoot and kill their brother. All right. Brothers they worship the cross, but they want to turn around and disrespect women and do all this other extra stuff. All right. That wood and that stone. All right. Those are gods that neither us or our fathers have known. All right. We don't worship wood and stone. All right. We worship the Most High. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Let me do one more scripture and I'm gonna have to wrap it up. All right. It's the final scripture. All right. All these curses that I'm letting out right now, these are curses that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans all went through. All right. Slavery. I know a lot of y'all might be thinking, but the Puerto Ricans never went into slavery. Yeah, you did. All right. Y'all went into slavery. The Mexicans, so-called Mexicans, the Aztecs, the ancient Aztecs, the Mayans, they all in some form of way they went into slavery. All right. Um, who else? The Dominicans, the Haitians. One thing I like to always say is that the only difference between us is the 12 tribes of Israel is the boat stop. That's the only difference. That's it. We got dropped off southern in the Southern Americas and so on and so forth. Aztecs were in slavery in Mexico, so on and so forth. Um, let's do verse 68. I'm gonna have to wrap it up. All right. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. All right, because this right here was spoken to the children of Israel while they were still in Egypt. No, Slakia. No, we were already out of Egypt. We were already out of Egypt. All right, and these, this is when Moses got the laws, and basically this is basically saying what's gonna happen if we don't follow the laws. All right. we shall go into Egypt again. Egypt is synonymous with bondage. All right, bondage, slavery, um, along the lines of that. All right, the ancient Hebrew is Matzazarium. All right, for Egypt. All right, again with ships. All right, so if we were in slavery in Egypt, but then it turns around and says we'll go into slavery. I mean, we'll go into Egypt again with ships. All right. If you don't understand that, then that's referring to the transatlantic slave trade. All right, the triangle trade, whatever you want to call it, but that's what it's referring to. All right, Egypt is synonymous with bondage, with ships. All right, so you will go into slavery with ships. All right. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. All right, we'll see our homeland no more again. We'll never see our homeland again. All right, Israel. All right, that's where the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans come from. All right. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. All right, your enemies. All right. It says here we shall be sold unto our enemies, but then in that other scripture it said that we shall be our where is it? Where is it? Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. Then it says right there, we shall be sold unto our enemies. All right. So a lot of people say, well, how can the white people be our enemies when they weren't there? The ones that did that, but it says right here, these are our enemies. We were sold to our enemies. All right. All right. For bond men and bond women. All right. Slave men and slave women. And no man shall buy you. All right, no man will redeem us. No man buy you basically just means nobody will come to save us. All right. Only way we can be saved is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. All right. It's a little short class, but I'm gonna talk more on it next week. Is there anything else I gotta say? Tune in. ISUBK Rochester. All right, every Thursday. And Tuesday. All right. Every Thursday and Tuesday. All right. Tune in. All right, from 7 to 9, or 7 to 9 usually. All right. With that being said, this is Priest and Prophet Shiraj Sharai SUPK. Right. Salute to the brothers Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Brakta. To the sisters Yahweh Shema Bashem Yahweh Shai. With that being said, Shalom Israel.